All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Millennial Trade. So it is December 4th. Yes, December 4th, 2023. I can't believe it. Happy holiday season, everybody. I hope you're doing well. This video is going to be short. I'm going out tonight, so I'm going to be running some errands, going out to dinner, and hanging out with people from the church. But I wanted to share some information specifically. This is why I'm making the video about the possible interest rate hike in December. So the guy that handles the stock accounts, right? The church, there happens to be a broker, somebody that works for a broker, and he handles the stocks for the church. So today, if you watch my Instagram story, I was catering the church assembly meeting. So basically the parish council, right? And so I got an opportunity to talk to this guy and ask him his opinion, because I've been telling you guys, and I've been thinking, well, the big number that we're paying attention to next week is actually going to be the services number, right? And I was thinking, well, as long as the services number comes in low, doesn't come in better than expectations or something like that, then as long as the service numbers come in low, then the Fed may not be aggressive on the next interest rate hike. Okay. Because if the services come in high, if they come in better than expected, that means that the Fed is not doing its job, or that the interest rates are not doing the job, and they should probably get more aggressive or continue to raise more and more into the future. So that's the number I was focusing on. So I asked this guy about it. And what he told me is the big number is the employment. The employment numbers is what we need to pay attention to. He told me that basically a 1% interest rate hike or a 100 basis point interest rate hike is impossible. He said that's probably not going to happen. And there's one other guy at my church that that trades. He's a futures trader. So there's only like two people that I know that I can talk, in my real life about any of this kind of stuff, which I'm very blessed, right? It's amazing that there's even two people that are in my real life that I can talk about these kind of financial and economic concepts with. But when I asked him about what I was thinking there, he said, well, a 1% interest rate hike, 100 basis points, is not completely impossible, but it's highly unlikely, is what he told me. So the stockbroker says 50 or 75 basis points. This narrative, this is what we're being told. I don't know if it's true. The Santa Claus rally, which is the other thing that I wanted to talk about in this video, I'm almost like feeling this conviction inside of me to short the Santa Claus rally, like to bet against it, okay? And I was talking to this futures trader, right? For one E-mini, it's like $1,500. This is like the micro future contract. $1,500 to hold it overnight. Oh man. And if it goes against you, right? I think every point is like $5. So imagine if it goes 200 points against you, right? But I mean, if you have an account that has $10,000 in it, you could trade futures. I've never traded futures before, but I'm thinking about trading futures or trying to get into it a little bit at least. And he was explaining it to me, I guess you can trade it with cash, but you have to have specifically a futures trading account. So I'm going to look into that. Maybe in the future I might do something like that. Right now I'm really comfortable with the options. Like at least the risk is defined. With futures, like if you hold these contracts, you have to keep, and you run out of money, you got to keep dumping money into your account. It would be a nightmare. But they don't ever really go to zero, right? I think. So anyways, the Santa Claus rally, I'm almost ready to bet against it, because it doesn't happen every time. And it certainly doesn't happen after every midterm, right? But 75% of the time, there's usually a rally within 6 or 9 months. So we could go down further and then go up. If you look at the Dow Industrials chart, I mean, it looks grim. The Dow Industrials is a good indicator of where the overall economy is, right? Not just the straight up Dow. We're talking about the Dow Industrial sector and or index, I guess you would call it. It's at a point technically where it looks like it's about to begin the third wave. And the third wave is always steeper down, quicker, and it lasts longer. So if we get the third wave, right? That's if the Dow goes down. I mean, this is kind of like Elliott wave theory and Dow theory, but if that happens, it's possible the S&P 500, the NASDAQ as well would be dragged down. I mean, that's how I would imagine it would happen. Maybe the dollar pops up. I'm not going to get into the currencies right now, but that's something else we really got to follow because it affects everything, you know, and the debt market, because everything else is a derivative of the debt market, including the currencies. I mean, that's my understanding of it, but certainly the stock market, the commodities market, all of this stuff derives its value from the debt market, right? That's just the system that's in place. So I think I got some debt notes right here, actually. I got $660. All right, these Fed notes, these debt notes. It's basically just you know, you're just like holding debt. You're like paying. It's got to get gold and silver too, right? I don't have any up on here, but I actually bought this new piece. I did buy this today. Supported my church. Went to the gift shop. Look at that. Woo! That looks nice. That looks really, really nice. So I figured I'd grab another cross, like I don't have enough. So that's pretty much all I had to say on this video. I really hope that you guys, you know, stay on top of this stuff with me. Let me know if there's anything I'm missing. I know the crypto markets as well. Even though I'm not involved in it financially that much, I told you guys I got $50 worth of Bitcoin just to say I'm in it, just to give me an excuse to follow it. But it's possible Bitcoin as well goes down. I know people have been calling for a rally to 30K or something like that. I think that's extreme, but as volatile as cryptocurrencies are, that's certainly possible. I really want to encourage people this year to, well, number one, try something new. Okay, 2 or 3 years ago, I didn't know anything about finance or the economy or anything. And 3 years later, after studying this for countless hours, countless days, countless months, I finally feel like I'm starting to grasp some of these concepts. I don't totally understand how the economy works or how finance works, but I think I'm able to exist a little bit better in that world. So that was just what I tried, right? That was something new that I tried 2 or 3 years ago. I want to encourage everybody to try something new this year. You know, 2023 is upon us, and we need to start thinking about how we're going to transform our lives and how we're going to survive what is coming economically. The second thing that I'll say here, and I'm going to close with this, I want to encourage everybody to think about contributing, you know, thinking about stewardship in your local areas. Especially your church, like to my Christians out there, really think about how you can offer stewardship to your church. And if it's not a church, it could be an organization. It could be some sort of agency or organization that you think is going to do some good. But contribute financially if you are in a position where you can. Sometimes it's even a little bit scary because tithing goes all the way back to the Old Testament, and that's 10%. And a lot of people are afraid of parting with that much money, you know, that much of their income, and giving it to the church or giving it to, you know, just whatever it is that you believe in that's going to help people. That's the important thing. I'm not trying to make this religious. All of us can offer stewardship to society, to our local communities. And I want you to think about that because we can all be reminded of that, especially around this time of year. And with that, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. I will be back tomorrow night. It might be a little bit later, but we're going to try and get these videos up every single day. So I said I'm going to keep this short. We're keeping it under 10 minutes. As always, until next time, I'll see you on the next video.